Hey people, I am live. Welcome to a hump day evening stream. Can it be day and evening at the same time? And it's quite a muggy Wednesday evening here. And right off the bat, I see Robert Parker has left a $5 super chat saying hello to everyone. Thank you very much, Robert Parker. Yes, and Megan is quite well. She's in Guelph. Very much appreciated for the $5, Robert. And I see we got Gertij also in the chat. How you doing? And Harjot and Bilal, hello, and Vivian Johnson. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne and Alan K. Hey, Viserit and Tom Bikes. Hey, Mahian is here. Jean Burke. Wesley Torres, good to see you. Who else we got in the chat today? Craig O'Connor's here and Marie Palmer, hello. Matt Bross, Schnurtchick is here. Dave and Bangor, Maine, Paolo, hello. Michael Wynn and Brad Palmer, happy birthday to Mr. Brad Palmer up in my hometown of North Bay. That's right, Brad. I knew all about your big day ahead of time. John Nicholson, hello. Toronto's Do Up Music Guy. Gordon Freeman. Hey, Divyesh is here, hello. Alright, so we're looking at a basketball net and a hockey net at the end of this dead-end street here. So I guess if the street ends here, you don't have to worry about cars passing through, so this is a good place to set up some basketball or street hockey. And this is a very nice street that I've always wanted to walk down, so I thought I'd start the stream here. Never before have I shown this street in any video or live stream. Hey, Steve Mikra, hello. John G. Sirowick. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this over here. Scott Ehrman, there are about 35 skyscrapers under construction in downtown Toronto right now. Check out this little staircase. It goes down to the Rosedale Valley Road. That's the street you can see maybe down there and hear it at least. I remember looking up at this staircase when I was doing a walk along Rosedale Valley Road and wondering what was up there, and now I know it leads up to here. Matt, we're not in the annex yet, but we will be. We're kind of closer to Rosedale right now. Hey, Sebastian is here, hello. And Jefferson Rivas.
That's what you're doing?
Live streaming. For YouTube. For like a walking tour of Toronto. Okay. Yeah. Yes, not to come and rob your house later. I know that's what you were thinking. What are you doing walking down my street with that gadgetry? She was very suspicious. She actually kind of hung around when she saw me, so she'd have a chance to ask me what I was doing. I must be up to no good. And NIMBY Dingus, that's right. No streaming in my backyard. So up ahead you can see Yorkville. All those towers, we'll be walking through there. Hey, Ron Diaz, hello. And Picard is here. Hello, Picard. Engage. This is a neat little area here that I never really walked through much before. I only discovered it recently when I did a walk to Geddy Lee's house. This is Park Road, so it goes up towards Rosedale Valley Road and then into Rosedale itself. Hey, Derek Woodford, hello. That was a Karen, right? Just crossing Church Street. Hey, thanks, Scott Ehrman, and I definitely will keep it up. Or as I like to say, I will continue. Ha! You never heard that before, right? I'm not sure if Geddy lived in the Bridle Path. Maybe at one time. He lives in Rosedale now, and I think he has another house kind of outside of the city a little bit, like a more country house. I think Alex Lifeson just has a house outside of the city. The sun is starting to finally go down. I didn't want to go out earlier when it was blazing hot. There's the Toronto Reference Library. Does Alex have a downtown condo now? Okay. He probably has his house in the country and a downtown condo. Hey, funny dog, hello. You're just at the reference library today. And there's a nice breeze here. I like it. Alright, here we are at Yonge Street. Here in Bloor, Yorkville, as the street signs say. I'm going to head into Yorkville. I might just take a bit of a meandering walk through the area. I think I'll hit some residential streets and some of the main streets, of course. And the same in the Annex, which is right next door. Spent a lot of time here, right, Derek? Oh, you just missed me. That's right, Tom.
It's 7:40.
Hey, Gertrude, you're still here? All right. I enjoy the meander walks quite a bit too. I like to do them as much as I can. It's a lot easier to do a meandering walk during a live stream though than during a pre-recorded video. Those tend to have a bit more of a plan to them, but not always. My last pre-recorded video was sort of a meandering walk. Hey, the happy-go-lucky one. Hello, hello. They did a great job renovating these old storefronts here. They were a lot grubbier looking before. There's looking up towards Midtown. That's looking way up towards Stridesland. Well, a premiere is just a pre-recorded video that you can chat along with as you watch. I think it's a bit more fun than just a pre-recorded video without the live chat. Because I'm going to be posting those pre-recorded videos every day anyway. Might as well make it a bit more interactive. That's the way I look at it. Hey, Nagisa Fox, hello, welcome. So we are coming into Yorkville. This used to be an independent village. It was eventually annexed into the city of Toronto. Hey, Billy T, hello. Oh, we got some firefighters in action. There's the beautiful old fire hall here in Yorkville. I guess they only need the one fire truck for this call. Hey, Novel Costs, hello, hello. Unknown, buy something in Yorkville? I wonder if I've ever bought anything in Yorkville. I can't think of any time where I have, you know? Other than maybe like an ice cream cone or a drink on a hot day or something like that. Yeah, Gertish, that's a pretty good indicator that I'll be live streaming later. If you don't see a premiere early in the afternoon, then most likely I'll be live streaming later that day. Because I try to post my premieres well ahead of time. Maybe they did need another fire truck. Very noisy here, so I'm not going to hang around here much longer. Hey, Hard Dot. That's right, Noble Costs. Bay Street. Hey, Canadian Giant, good evening. Whew, I can feel the mist coming from that. Kind of felt good. Nice shot looking right down Bay Street here. I've always enjoyed this view. Did I miss the mist? I missed the mist. Oh no. Mist. M-I-S-S-E-D sounds pretty much the same as M-I-S-T, right? Mist and mist. The D doesn't really come through very well when you say it. Mist. Sounds more like mist with a T. Yeah, that was a weird tangent. Yeah, it was up around that same temperature today here, Derek. But there was a humidex also that made it feel like it was in the 30s. That's why I didn't want to go out earlier today. I did do a video though in the morning. I did 2 videos in the morning before it got really hot. Hello, Laura. How you doing? Well, sunset is definitely not too far off, Robert. I wouldn't say it's getting dark, but you can tell that the sun is getting lower in the sky. We got like lots of people here today in the neighborhood. Hey Maureen Bruce, how you doing? Watch for Drake, right?
I was like, oh,
It's Versace. I had to say it like that. Yeah, it's a very fancy street. This whole area is very fancy. Cumberland Street and Bloor Street also. Well, hello to your friend Alicia as well, watching from Mexico. So that'll lead down to Cumberland Street. Well, let's go through, why not? I was going to walk up Hazelton Avenue, but I can loop around and then go up Hazelton. That's what meandering is all about, right? So this is Old York Lane.
that is so cute.
Robert Parker, the main concentration was in Quebec. So the next province to the east of Ontario. There were some in northern Ontario as well, but I think the fires in Quebec were the ones causing most of the issues with the smoke. Hey, Intuitive Imprints, how you doing? And we're on Cumberland Street. There's the big rock. It's just like a park where you can chill on the big rock. Hey, Justin Turdo, how you doing? Fine lingerie and swimwear. Yeah, wildfires definitely happen every summer. It's not like this is some new thing that just happened. Some years are worse than others. So this year was just one of the bad years, that's all. And he's just spreading his misery all around everywhere he goes, right? I just ignore and keep on walking. Yeah, this year was definitely a very bad year. Like one of the worst on record, right? So hopefully tomorrow will not be, or tomorrow, hopefully next year will not be as bad. This is nice. Hey, Crikey's here, hello. And Michael Stern. Maybe we'll see some fire escapes later on. It's quite possible. Yeah, great time to start watching, Crikey. Hey, Nevada Dave and Roastery Bros. You're going to Montreal on Friday. Boy, that should be a good time, Bilal. There's that big thing that you can see from everywhere around the city. It's like a big middle finger at the whole entire Greater Toronto area. Hey, Will Chan, good day. Alright, back onto Yorkville Avenue. So now I'll head to Hazelton as I was planning to. That was just public art. The liberation of art. Justin Trudeau. Hey, Dopey Tripod, what's up? And good evening, Ida. Well, I guess it's not evening where you are, but we'll just pretend you're in Toronto time here. Hazelton Hotel. All right. Hazelton Avenue now. Hey, Andy Wood. People having a good time here. Well, good morning then, right, Ida? Hey, Michael Stern, I found our first fire escape. There we go. It's not a very big one, but it still counts. This is indeed pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. And Lines and Trails is back in the chat. Hey, how you doing? And thank you very much for the $2.79. It's good to have you here, fellow YouTuber. Everyone should check out Lines and Trails channel. So this street isn't as busy as like Yorkville and Cumberland, but it's just as nice, at least at this end anyway. With nice shops and things. It just becomes a residential street though as you head north. A very, very nice one. And that leads to the neighborhood shopping mall, Yorkville Village. A small mall. It used to be called Hazelton Lanes, but they kind of rebranded. I did a video through that mall a while back. Didn't take very long. It's quite small, as I mentioned. So this is Schollard Street. Another very nice street. Hey, Robert Saberwall, how you doing? And Devin Sullivan. Sassoon and Sassoon Academy. I just wanted to walk up to check out this. I've always gotten a kick out of this here. And then we'll go back to Hazelton. It's a nice looking couple. But look at these awesome old buildings here though. Hey, Greg Hubers. Hey, welcome. I don't often walk down this street myself when I record around the area. Here's another itty bitty fire escape. I bet you glad. Can I talk? I bet you're glad you tuned in now, right, Michael Stern? Hey, Scott Chrysler. Welcome to the stream. Police iconic building. Let's cross the street. We'll get a better look at the iconic building. These are some nice buildings here, though. Yeah, I could see how this would be counted as an iconic building, at least for this neighborhood anyway. Hey watcher, how you doing? And look at this one. This one really stands out. It's quite different than almost anything else in the area. Everything around here is brick for the most part. Brown brick. So this one really makes a statement here. The Halconian Club since 1909. And a very expensive looking apartment building here. And another one here. I wonder what the rents are living here in these older apartment buildings in Yorkville. I know the new condos are prohibitively expensive. I think it might be a one-way. I didn't really take note if it was or not, actually. Yeah, that's right, the Yorkville area was once the hippie haven of Canada in the mid to late 1960s, and I guess a little into the 70s, but it mostly had died off by then. If you're familiar with the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood in San Francisco, Yorkville was Canada's version of that. It's nothing like that anymore, though. Hazelton is one way. All right, thank you. I've just been waiting to see if I would see any cars coming in the opposite direction. Hey, Whitby dude. Macon Jonathan Vieira, hello. Bob Ezrin had a studio there. That's awesome. Wasn't he the guy who produced Alice Cooper? when Alice Cooper was still a band. And you can tell this building is like mega expensive just by looking at it. It just has that look. Yeah, Alice Cooper was cool. I mean, he's still going. He hasn't stopped or anything, but in the early days, Alice Cooper was the name of a band that he was in. And then later on, he just became Alice Cooper. And he wasn't in a band anymore. He just had a backing band. And he just sort of adopted the name for himself. Alright, we're on Davenport Road. Suddenly it got pretty busy now. Hey, Donna Sheffield, hello. Hey, Yahia's here, hello. Alright. So this is where we start to cross over into the Annex once we cross Avenue Road. And I always like to point this out every time I'm in the area. You see what I see? Ha 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 ha. Well, it's not too far from home, Robert Parker. It's less than an hour's walk. In an alternate universe, I'm the Ken who owns that flower shop. And that other Ken is the live streamer. Alright, so I'm gonna dip south along an upcoming street into the Annex neighborhood. Robert Parker. Megan is not really into flowers, so that's something I really don't necessarily have to think much about. She's not a flower fan, I guess you could say. She's more into crystals. Yeah, that sounds cool, John. That's a nice big TV for sure. Mine's only 50 inches. When I said the other Ken, I meant the other Ken who owns that flower shop. But that's right, Action Kid is yet another Ken. So in another alternate universe, he might own that flower shop, and I might be the streamer from New York, and he might be the and that other Ken who owns the flower shop would be the streamer in Toronto. This can just get more and more convoluted. Right, this is Bedford Road, so we're in the Annex neighborhood. That's right, Smitty. Endless multiverses that can just go on forever. Any scenario you want to think of. Alright, go here. No standing. But look, I'm standing. I'm standing right in front of the no standing sign. Am I going to get in trouble? And it's all captured live on YouTube. This helicopter is just hovering right overhead here. Well, I'm still standing in front of the no standing sign. I better get a move on. You'll see a lot of houses like this in the Annex with turrets. That's sort of like a signature style in this area. Oh no, Steph Curry. I better run. It wasn't me, it was that other Ken. From the other universe. Turret syndrome. See, look at more turrets. Very peaceful here. And here is St. George Street. And this is the building that looks very similar to the building I live in. Must be by the same architect. Built around the same time, in the early 1970s, I would imagine. Except my building is on the east side of downtown, quite far away from here. And there's another one just a block over from mine that also looks like this, so there's at least 3 of these things in the city. This street is just lined with apartment buildings. Yeah, not too far from Yonge-Dundas, where I live, not where we are now. Hey, Jeff is in the house. What's up, Jeff? Yeah, I'm sure that one the rents are quite a bit more. A building in the annex, no doubt. And it looks to be in a lot better condition than mine too. Yeah, very peaceful here. We're going to make our way onto Bloor Street eventually. Check out the action. Look at this. Sort of a turret. It's more or less a turret. It's not as pointy as some of those other ones. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. My building is not all that nice, actually. I'm sure it was when it was new and maintained a lot better than it is now. But the rent is cheap. Like on the east side of downtown where I live, that area has always been considered a bit dodgy, so the rents around there were always cheaper. Especially when I moved in 2010. It was a great deal back then. And my rent has only gone up about $125 since then due to rent control, so I'm still getting a great deal, but the building itself is nothing to write home about. Smitty, I think it was built at the beginning of the 1970s, maybe around 1971 or 72 maybe. Robert, all the older apartment buildings in Ontario are rent controlled. The rules have changed over the years depending on what government is in power, but as of now, any building built before, I think, 2018 is rent controlled. So my building obviously qualifies for that. So if you move into a newer building built after 2018, you better watch out, because your rent can just be jacked up year over year by any amount that the owners see fit. Yeah, I am lucky, Ida. What is this? First Church of Christ Scientist. Okay. Yeah, it looks decent. It's not like it's run down necessarily, but it's just very basic. A very basic building. It doesn't have any amenities or anything like that. It's kept up, you know, decently well enough, I would say. Things are fixed quickly if they break, that sort of thing. The superintendent does a good job of trying to keep on top of everything. And they do upgrade it and spruce it up every few years. New carpeting and new paint and all that sort of thing. So definitely could be a lot worse. Hey, Rocky Rambo, how you doing? You saw my short, Gertish? Yeah, I did a 30-second apartment tour in my shorts. Or for a short, not in my shorts. That sounds like something Bart Simpson would say, but it's in my shorts. Hey, David's Life. So all these apartment buildings all along here are also over 50 years old, I would say. But the rents are probably quite a bit higher. Yeah, no worries, David's Life. Hey, we're an hour into the stream and got over 200 people watching. I found another turret. They should just rename the annex to the Turret District. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, here's a big turret. I almost missed, whoa, I almost tripped over the curb there. I almost missed this one here. This is a huge one. I think I've shown this one before though, but nevertheless. That's a girthy one. That's a girthy turret right there. And I like how this entire building is just covered with ivy. Look at that, even like the windows are completely rimmed by it. I think the last time I walked through all this area, the residential streets in the annex, was when there were no leaves on the trees, and it makes quite a big difference with all this greenery now. Everything is a lot more lush looking. Yeah, it's a very nice night to be wandering. Very quiet. It's very, very quiet. We're going to build a new residential tower here, sort of incorporating part of the old church. It's just random. $23 Celsius. Yeah, that sounds about right. It feels a bit warmer with the humidity though. It's quite muggy. And we're on Bloor Street. I should go abroad. Well, hey, I have to get my passport first, Rocky. And then anything's possible. My passport is expired. The sky has an interesting purpley kind of color going on. Love to see Rome. Yeah, I've never been. I've been to a bunch of other European cities, but not that one. Alright, we're heading north on Spadina. Never been to Mexico either. Nothing planned lines and trails. It's Annex Lane. Okay. I think once I get my passport, then I'll start thinking about planning a trip or two. Until then, I just sort of put things on the back burner. But I have gone across Canada in recent times. Just last fall I went to Alberta and British Columbia and did some videos and streams, so I do get around a little bit.
Hi, Vito.
40 with 40.
Bye, Danny.
Sidewalk closed. What is this nonsense? It's a neat building. Look at the round windows. It's like you're on a ship, looking out the porthole. Can I go already? Of course, there's always that one food delivery cyclist who just goes right through the red light. Like about 99.9% of them. I wanted to do was walk down this street, and it seems like Toronto is not allowing me to do that. This guy is the right idea. Everyone just agrees. So what is this all about? Okay. Well, you're not making it easy for me. Well, at least I can get onto the street over here. All right, David's life. I think I've said that once or twice myself, you know. You got to really lay into it though. Hey, I'm walking here, like that. Hey, Gabby, hello. Winter in construction, that's right.
You know, like, considering how much worthwhile. I know, I'm telling you 2 years later, right? I think I'll probably, no problem. Yeah. I don't know, it's not bad.
So if you're just joining the stream, welcome, and we are walking through the Annex neighborhood. Very nice residential area, just sort of on the northwestern edge of downtown. And of course, if you're enjoying, by all means, say hello in the chat if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe or the like, or both. You know the drill. I thought I was imitating Dustin Hoffman from the movie. I'm walking here. Hey, Emily, how you doing? How are things in Cornwall? We're walking through the Annex. Did you know that that scene in Midnight Cowboy was not even scripted? That just happened because they were filming right on the street without a permit, Just a long sort of shot, zoom in shot as they're walking down the street among regular New Yorkers and real traffic. And that cab literally just pulled in front of them. It was a real taxi with a real taxi driver. Just pulled in front of them while the scene was being shot, and Dustin Hoffman just totally ad-libbed that whole thing. He just reacted that way when the cab really pulled right in front of them, and that's what he said. And it just became part of the movie. I thought that was pretty amazing. That was just Dustin Hoffman being himself, maybe with a little bit of dramatic flair, trying to keep a bit in character, I guess. Yeah, they were gonna say, that doesn't belong here, but yeah, they kept it, and thankfully, because that's the most iconic scene in the entire movie. Almost the most iconic movie scene from that entire period of cinema, right? Late 1960s. Hey, Wing Zero. Geez, there's bugs here. I keep feeling bugs banging into my face. I should tell the bugs, hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, who doesn't know that, right? Who doesn't know that phrase? Even people who've never seen the movie or never even heard of the movie still know that, right? Yeah, I think it was something like that, Scott Briggs. Yeah, the "you talking to me" from Taxi Driver is sort of like the 1970s iconic phrase. Getting a signal notification here. Let's loop around. I want to come back up on Bloor Street further down and then walk east. Let's walk through here. Oh, is this the day that Elvis passed away? I can hear a band jamming here. dark alleyway. Be very, very quiet. At least it has some interesting artwork. Hey, Andrew Nielsen, $5. Bald guy and taxi driver, your favorite outside of the restaurant. I just watched that movie, I guess over a year ago. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Thank you very much for the $5 super, Andrew Nielsen. Very much appreciated. What is this? Some interesting art all along here. Look, it's a whale shark. That's cool. And an orca. 2 orcas. There's a very Toronto mural. Got the Prince's Gate. You have a TTC streetcar, or that's a bus maybe. I can't tell if that's a bus or a streetcar. Maybe we can arrange that, Scott Briggs. Is there a way for me to walk through here? So I'm really sticking to the meandering theme of this live stream. I'm not exactly sure where some of these places even lead to. Can I walk through here? The thing is, when you try to walk through areas like this, it might look like you can get through, but then all of a sudden you come up against a fence or something. Will I run into a fence? Let's find out. Well, I see someone walking, so maybe they came from someplace that I can get to. Andrew Nielsen, another $5 super. Am I a fan of Columbo, Peter Falk? I used to watch Columbo all the time back in the day. I guess I was a fan. I haven't seen a lot of his movies though, unless you're counting the Columbo movies. I think there were some of those, right? So I definitely was a fan. Thank you once again for the $5. So this is Central Tech. It's a huge high school. Hey, Queen West. Yeah, why not? Check this school out. This is a pretty imposing looking high school. I used to watch Murder, She Wrote. Now can I get over to Bathurst Street without going all the way down to Harvard? Let's see. That's right, that's what I do. I walk down alleys. I think I've walked down dozens of Toronto alleys. I don't think I can get through that way. This is a cool looking building. First time I've ever seen it. See, discovering new things all the time. Even though I've been walking around the streets here for 13 years. And doing videos for over 5 years. It's a big high school, Robert Parker. Hey, thank you, Dominic. That's right, big ups to the mods. The mod squad. Hey, Limitless Thinker. Naughty Brown, hello. Alright, so I'm coming out onto Bathurst, so I didn't have to go all the way down to Harvard. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes into the stream. Queen West, I'm on Bathurst, just south of Bloor, so I'm heading north up to Bloor. This is where Honest Ed's used to be, right here. The big famous discount store with the flashing lights. Honest Ed's is... Hey, thank you. Honest Ed's is now a large apartment complex. That's a cool store there, Alternative Thinking. I think Megan took me in there one time. Heron Song, 1977. What is up? All right, Bloor and Bathurst. So we got Koreatown in that direction, and the Annex heading through this way. So I'm gonna start heading east along Bloor. Hey Kathleen Wallace, how you doing? And this used to be Sonic Boom, big record store. Now it's a Dollarama. Definite downgrade. Sonic Boom just moved though to Spadina, so they're still in business. Check out some documentaries here. I think something is going on here. I think this is playing. It was so quiet earlier walking through the residential areas. Now it's the opposite. But I like it. I like loud and lively city streets. Lee's Palace, a good place to catch some live music here. Hey, Todd Swift. Yeah, that's right, Gabby. I think I'll plug in my power bank here. Although we got Muzak. I just want to... Where's the Muzak coming from? Can't tell. All right.
It's going to be so special to go have each other.
Right. plugged in. It's live music. Okay. Sounded like it anyway. Don't honk at me, dipshit. I'm walking at a normal pace across the intersection. If I was just walking without my gimbal at that speed, he would have just waited. But because I had my phone and gimbal and I was pointing it towards something while walking at a regular speed, he felt like he had to honk as if I was not doing it properly or something. I hear snow. Informa. Does anyone know the words to that song? I don't know. All I know is Licky Boom Boom Down and Informer. That's all I know. And he says Toronto in the song somewhere also. My home is Toronto or something like that. Hey, Christian Hansen, hello. BMV Books. Awesome place. If you like browsing. That's right, Nevada Dave. And here's the fairly new location of Belly Buster. Awesome submarine sandwich place. Geez, just looking at that, I'm kind of craving a Belly Buster sub now. I would recommend them if you're a fan of big foot-long subs. Hey, Chris West, hello.
Yeah, you can say I can say.
Andy Wood, yeah, I watched the entire season. I just watched the finale. I thought the season was a bit hit and miss. There were some really awesome episodes, but there were some episodes I didn't really care for that much. I wasn't a big fan of the musical episode. I found every time they broke into song, I would just start doing other things. I wasn't paying attention too much during the musical numbers. And I was like, oh, is the song over yet? Okay, can we get back to the story now? I dug that episode that took place all in Toronto, though. That was pretty neat. David's Life, yeah, there's KFCs here. Not a lot downtown, but throughout the city, yeah, there's quite a few. Hey, Wally, watching from Houston. We have another Houstonite who's a regular here, although she's not watching now as far as I know. But good to have you here. Yeah, I think after Buffy did their singing episode, they should have just said, okay, that's it. We're never going to top this. No other show should try and do a singing episode because they'll all be inferior to the Buffy singing episode. So why bother, right? But nope, they still have to crank them out. And they're just not as good. Yeah, nothing will ever top that episode of Buffy. Once More with Feeling, right? That's what it was called. And I did enjoy that one, so it's not like I can't enjoy a musical episode. I can. But Star Trek just didn't do it for me. Hey, Marvin Engel, hello. Yeah, it was a nice day for a walk, Harjot. I hope you stayed out of the sun. So we're not in the Annex anymore, but we walked through Yorkville and the Annex. Just joining the stream. Now we're heading east on Bloor Street, heading towards the Mink Mile, as they call it. And we'll be walking past the Royal Ontario Museum. And buy some Prada threads. I always like to tease Megan by telling her one day I'm going to walk into the Hermes store and ask the salespeople if I'm in Hermes and where can I buy one of them bumpkin bags. I imagine she would basically just want to disappear into the into the ether if I ever did that. She'd be so embarrassed. And I'd use a sort of Norm Macdonald style of talking. So I'd walk in, I'd go like, hey, is this Herms? Hey, I'm looking for one of them in their bumpkin bags. I got $75. Can I get one of them bumpkin bags? This is Herms, right? The Museum of Shoes, but there's flowers and footwear. Okay, I was like, what happened to the shoes? Scott Briggs, have you heard of a Birkin bag? Right, that's the incredibly hard to get bag that they sell there at Hermes. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right when I try, but it's like a bag that costs a ridiculous amount of money and you have to be on a waiting list. And it's also fancy and exclusive and all that sort of stuff. Everything that annoys me, really. Oh, you want to buy a Birkin bag? Well, we don't know if you're good enough to buy one of our Birkin bags. You have to pass the Birkin bag test. It's like $30,000 for a purse, basically. Very nice building here. See, that sounds much better, right, Christian? There's Varsity Stadium. What? This isn't the original Varsity Stadium. There used to be a much bigger stadium here that seated a lot more people, but they demolished it and replaced it with this smaller version. This is where the Varsity Blues play at the University of Toronto. And some nice skyline views. I think he was talking to the guy walking behind me, or walking past me, not to me. To me, the claim to fame for this stadium is that the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival concert took place there in 1969. Where John Lennon played for the first time with the Plastic Ono Band, and Alice Cooper played one of his first big shows, and the Doors played, and a bunch of classic rock and rollers like Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis. Bestest Times Reborn, hello. Yeah, that's right. Yoko was there and she did some of her caterwauling. And they made a documentary from that concert also, which I have on VHS. It's called Live Peace in Toronto. And I think the album that they made from that concert is called Sweet Toronto. There's Philosopher's Walk. Hey, Emma Nimpton, hello. All right, here is the Royal Ontario Museum. Instead of Sweet Caroline, right? Yeah, the concert took place in 1969. The Beatles were technically still together, although they were basically broken up, just no one really knew about it yet. It's John Lennon quit the band. Hey, at Visit, that's right. I'm still going. Walk through part of the Mink Mile. We're back in Bloor, Yorkville again. This is where all the fancy stores are. We're going to walk past Herms. Californication. It's a new show on Showtime. Hey, Shannon. Where is Herms anyway? Somewhere around here. Did I walk past it? I don't know. Here's Gucky. Hey, is this Gucky? I might have walked past the one I wanted to make fun of the most. Hey, have a good night, Vivian. Thank you for doing an awesome job. And I'll see you in my premiere. Prada and Dior. Is it Dior or Deer? Or Dior? I don't know.
All the guys are really fucking low.
I'm just walking along the separation between the traffic and the bike lane here. It's a little space I can walk down. Yeah, sweet dreams, Vivian. Here it is. I found it. Too bad it's closed. Hey, I want to get one of them bumpkin bags. Hey, open up. Why are you closed? Why are you closed? I want a bumpkin bag. The people want to shop. The people of Toronto want to shop. Hey, Carl Roth, how you doing? Hey, Michael Leho, hello, hello. Edmonton or Halifax? I would go with Halifax, to be honest. Edmonton's a much bigger city, but I think Halifax is a little more tourist friendly. It's a lot more walkable in the core, and it has the ocean right there. And it has a sort of like a funky vibe to it. Yeah, I would go with Halifax. Just my opinion though. Yeah, I don't know, Novacos. It's just out of the way, I guess. I'll make it there one day. Does Halifax have Cactus Club? Is that a reference to that Toronto Life article? The Windsor Arms Hotel. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Sort of wandering through some of these little stubby streets here in the Bloor Yorkville area. These little hidden away nice old buildings. You're welcome, Michael Leho. Mr. Crusher, warp 9.9, engage. I guess this is a dead end. Boo! I was hoping there'd be a secret pathway. No secret pathway. H. Hill, hello, hello. We're just meandering to Sultan Street. I bet you this place costs an arm and a leg. Even the street name sounds expensive. I live on Sultan Street. All right, Gabby, have a good night. Well, I started the stream at a dead end, right? But I don't know if I'll be able to end the stream at a dead end. I don't think I want to end it right yet. This is a very fancy apartment building right here. 1 St. Thomas. Let me see if I can walk through here. Someday I'll live here. I don't know about that. Maybe I'll get another busybody come out and question what I'm doing. Look at this. At Charles Street. This area is so fancy that the internet connection is substandard to keep streamers like me out of the area. We don't want your kind here. We're going to give you crappy internet. Oh, look at a whole bunch of bike share bikes. Guess they're going to restock this whole docking station here. That's quite the job. Hey, Rick Ratu, thank you very much. That Mr. Strides is a good egg. Glad he sent you my way. And Robert Parker. I did do a early morning walk that I haven't posted yet on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. I was out walking at 6 in the morning, walking around downtown. So that'll be coming up on the channel very soon. I just have to show these little dogs here. Hey, Ann Garvey. How far can I walk in 15 minutes? Well, I'd say about maybe 1.5 kilometers. Or around 1 mile. Hey, the happy-go-lucky one. And we're heading south on Bay Street. You like those early morning walks, Carl? Hey, Pine Sol, hello. Yeah, not too bad, 241. I noticed lately though I've been going over 300 on a regular basis, but maybe Wednesday nights are not as good for those sorts of numbers. We're going to keep on heading south down Bay. Trial and error, yep. I noticed that if I do a Sunday evening stream, say after 8 o'clock on a Sunday, I tend to get some pretty big numbers for those streams. I just don't often do Sunday evening streams, but I'd kind of like to a bit more often. Does my mom watch my videos? Not really. I've showed her a few and told her about them, but I think she's too busy playing Candy Crush on her iPad to watch one of my videos. She's like, "You're alright, Ken, but you can't compete with Candy Crush." I say, fair enough, fair enough. Try a home stream. Yeah, I'd like to get the whole setup though, so it looks all slick and everything with a green screen and all that, but we'll see. I have done a couple of home streams before, just pretty basic, just sitting in my chair with the gimbal pointing at me. But if I'm going to do a home stream, I'd rather have it all nice and set up so it looks all pro, you know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was nice. That guy bought him a little something to eat. And I just have my phone on a gimbal when I do live streams. And when I do a pre-recorded video, I just use my little Osmo Pocket camera. It's just a really small action camera that I just hold in my hand. Some inebriated people out tonight. I guess that's nothing new. So we're walking south on Bay Street. So anyone new to the stream or to the channel, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the walk. And be sure to like and share and subscribe and all that jazz, yada yada yada. Because I do this regularly. Creepin' 666, really? Was that like an old stream from back years ago or just recently? I might have to check out his channel and watch that if it's just recent. Hey, that's awesome, Carl. I'll be sure to tell her. And tell your girlfriend thanks. Thanks for watching her videos. Here is Wellesley. It's not Wesley's Torres Street, it's Wellesley Street. Is Wesley Torres in the chat? A few nights ago, alright. Well, I'm going to check that out. I've followed his channel for a while, but I sort of stopped for some reason. I'll have to catch up. Warp Factor 9. Yeah, that's true. Many Torontonians are well known in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry in general. Some of the biggest names at times were Canadians and from Toronto specifically. Yeah, there is a really nice tree canopy along Bay Street here. Definitely don't see this on Yonge Street, which is just a block over to the west, or east, I should say. East, Ken, east. Never caught a crime on camera. Nothing major that I can think of. I have caught a criminal being apprehended, though, on camera. Someone who was wanted for murder was apprehended on Yonge Street, and I happened to be there just as it was happening, and I caught the whole incident. I've never prank called a live TV show, no. That sounds like fun, though. I don't think we have the Miranda rights here in Canada. What parts are grimy? Well, Dundas and Sherborne, Queen and Sherborne, basically east of Yonge Street, downtown east as they call it. And some areas around Parkdale. There's definitely grimy spots, but nothing, you know, so bad that you don't want to walk through it. At least in my case, I've never felt that way. Some other people might have less of a tolerance for that than I do, so they might avoid those areas, and that's perfectly fine. Hey, Debbie. Barks is your favorite root beer because it's got bite. That's right. Barks has got bite. I always walk on the other side of the street, so I've never actually noticed that building before. Did I buy any more root beer? Well, that's what I'm going to be doing after the stream. I'm going to end the stream at a place where I can go in and get some root beer and snacks. This is Grenville Street. Cream soda is good. I used to enjoy it all the time. I just don't really drink it anymore. I'm all about the root beer now. It's a nice little spot. Oh, Old Bombay, Indian and Hakka. Yeah, I like mug root beer. It's good. I think I like it better than A&W root beer, actually. It's funny how so many of my streams end up talking about root beer. T-Dot Dental, that's an old nickname. People don't really use that nickname much anymore. I like it though. T-Dot. Because people used to call Toronto T-O for Toronto, Ontario. So that would be T period O period. And then eventually it just got shortened to T-Dot. look, we're on Yonge Street. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, it's a live stream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Elgato or something.
It's a gimbal to keep the phone steady. And this is just a power bank because my phone was going to die. Yeah, yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
She was wondering.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Live, yeah. You can check out the stream later. The channel is called the Ken Continuum.
The Ken Continuum.
Continuum, yeah.
Let's go to that.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi on the stream and then watch yourself later?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. There you go. There you go. So, yeah, check it out later.
I won't forget the name of that, so you're gonna let's check it out.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too. Yeah, the saxophone guy is not here tonight. Hey, Limitless Thinker, thank you. Yes, much appreciated. So I was going to stop at that Shoppers Drug Mart, but you know what? Let's just take it down to Yonge-Dundas. Why not? I don't think I went there last time I streamed, so let's do it. And there's a Shoppers right there that I can go to. Hey, Joe Smith. Hello, hello.
Various programs for trying to.
So we're walking south on Yonge Street. Hey, Alimanda, how you doing? Welcome. We're heading towards Yonge-Dundas. Earlier on we walked through Yorkville and the Annex, along Bloor Street. And we meandered, explored some alleyways, a little bit of everything. Nope, somebody's upset about something. He's screaming that somebody's a liar. I'm not a liar. This dog doesn't seem too affected. I guess the dog is used to it, I guess. Here is Gerard. Alright, we're coming close to the Muzak zone, as I like to call it. It's just one music assault after another. Whoa, jeez. This guy just literally just cut in front of me like I did not exist. Of course, he's a food delivery cyclist. Hey, what else is new, right? The plague on Toronto streets. And sidewalks. That's the part that bugs me, right? Stay off the sidewalks. Apparently, right, Scott? Hello, Louise. How you doing? All right, we're getting close to the epicenter of Canada, Yonge-Dundas. Let's go inside the Zans. How quickly would my channel get demonetized and probably deleted from YouTube? What do you think? 5 minutes?
Not funny. You knocked the old man on the floor, right?
Well, lots of people. I mean, there's always lots of people here. More music. Hey, Chris Back, hello. Glad you could join us tonight. I think this is fairly new here. You can hear the subway going underneath. And what is this? This is new also. It's nice to see some new places opening up here. Opening soon. That's good, because for a while this stretch here had a bunch of vacant storefronts and it wasn't a good look, you know. Now something just has to go in here where the Panera Bread used to be. And it looks like there's a building permit for a retail store. So there you go. So something will be going in here where Panera Bread used to be. Yonge-Dundas is not dead. Yes, that's right. It is Brad's birthday today, so everyone be sure to wish him a happy birthday. That's right, everybody to the Zanzibar. It's time to celebrate Brad Palmer. Yeah, we got music down there. Got music over there. Where can I go to not run into music? Yeah, no Believe guy tonight. He's usually right here. But notice no preachers with loud amplified speakers, right? That's no longer allowed. So they have to go elsewhere if they want to do that. That's right. Every month we meet at the Zanzibar. What do we got going on over here? I don't want to get too close to that music because sometimes you get a copyright claim when you don't think you'll get a copyright claim. Let me go around it. The rapture has happened, and it started here at Yonge-Dundas. What better place? Wouldn't you say? See, he had to get a permit to do what he's doing. It's not like you can't have amplified music. If you have a permit, you can actually do it. But all those preachers didn't have a permit for what they were doing. At the center of the universe. Sorry, New York and London and Tokyo. So I'm going to start wrapping up the stream here at Yonge-Dundas in the square. So I try to keep away from the music over there. So thank you all for joining in. What? Delete? What do you mean delete?
Why are you filming me?
I'm not filming you. I'm filming Yonge-Dundas Square.
Okay. Yo, relax, relax. Fight you, support
So as I was saying before the dinguses descended, I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a nice time tonight meandering around. I hope you join me for the next stream. That'll be in a few days, 3 or 4 days, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow night on my channel. I hope you can catch that. So until next time, I will continue, because I'm going to head inside the Shoppers Drug Mart here and get some root beer and snacks. So thanks to the mods, thanks to all the viewers, thanks to everyone who supported the channel with your super chats, super stickers, or any PayPal donations. I very much appreciate it.
All right, just for you, I'll say yours.
And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Right, have a good night, everyone. And yeah, I'm going to walk home from here. It's less than a 10-minute walk. So, night all.
Yeah, I'll do that.